Well, he said something.
There's an R in there. It ended with an R.
All right, we are live. We are audible. We have been announced. We have done the things known as going live. So, who would like to give the recap for inspiration?
I'll do this one. So, we were traveling towards the other goblin village, and we came across a river, and then we got ambushed trying to cross the river by a bunch of bug things that have been plaguing the area. And then I almost died, and then stones popped, and then, oh god, why? And then Bob saved me, along with everyone else with Bob. I don't know, I wasn't looking, because I was trying not to, I was playing dead at that point. And then I summoned a fire elemental, and it cleaned them up. But yeah, that was terrifying, but I lived. So yeah, that's what happened last week.
So order of operations for combat is survive long enough for Styx to summon a fire elemental.
Yes.
And then we win.
Burn.
There we go.
If we weren't ambushed, I'd have chopped them up to little bits, I would have.
You would have indeed, Bob. But you have earned your inspiration as we return once more to the remains of the combat upon the river's bank. So, the map is active. What would you like to do?
Yeah. What?
I'd like the hard perception to see if there's anything else around.
Excellent. Go ahead. Also, I assume your elemental's going to pop in a minute or so.
I'll reset all my equipment.
Looking around, it looks like the forest is now calm once more. The only thing you really notice would be that the Rakani that failed to leap and tumbled into the water is now very far downstream and basically out of sight just as it curves around the bend of the river.
May.
And then I'm going to stealth.
Not a problem.
You feel stealthy.
I'm gonna poke at these
That's
corpses.
a bad roll for you. What the flying hell? So, what are these things then, anyway?
Alright, what's that check for, Bimbles?
I'm looking at dead monsters we have here.
Which one?
The
Spider. Alright, there are Drazi. You have no idea what that is. It's weird. It's like a giant spider elf thing.
Yeah, that's a giant spider elf thingy. Then we got
A what?
gonna look at the other one.
Rakani,
I
alright.
mean spider.
It just looks spider elfy.
They're probably hot. By the way, all these guys that died to the fire elemental would have had to make a save versus being on fire. If they're dead, I don't know.
A
if they
bit
can save.
crispy.
Spicy.
They might be still burning.
Oh, they still. Let's see. Yep. This one's extra crispy.
Are they good for eating?
Can I eat that?
How cooked through are they now that they've been lightly toasted by the Flemental?
They don't look that toasted, to be honest. They look like a little crispy on the outside, like, their outer carapace has got a little bit of charring, but you realize it's mostly just, like light, smoky coloring rather than actual damage. They all assumedly passed their save, so. With an 18, we're looking at your lures. Looking at them, you have no idea if they're edible or not.
Huh.
How's their blood look?
It looks like it's weird. Purple green.
Weird.
Purple green, that means it's like an actual spider.
Don't know how to cook spider.
I don't know if I just let the cook deal with it.
Yeah. What do we do with the
Oh,
spider?
if it has a shell, you put it in a pot and boil it.
Boiled it. But we burned it.
Yeah, we can just wipe that off and then put it in the pot.
Alright. I ain't carrying all of these.
What about other things that are useful on the bodies that aren't food?
Well, it looks like they have a thick carapace for the scalings of the Eldrazi, or all three of them actually, the scaling, the Eldrazi, and the Arcani. So their chitinous plates might be harvestable. Beyond that, you can roll me a knowledge material.
Alright. Bloop. 22.
Alright. It looks like the Eldrazi have a silk gland that can be harvested for silk. It looks like their heart is valuable, as is a venom sac within the fleshy bits that can be harvested. Technically, 2 of those. The scaling also have a venom sac that can be harvested. Their blood can be harvested, as is their singular largest eye can be harvested. And then for the Rakani's brain and blood is useful.
We had the whole lot of boys, I'd cut these up, but we ain't got a lot of time. We've got to keep marching, lads.
Am I still dazzled?
Let's see here. The swarming.
Oh, I thought you said the swarming fell off, so I removed it.
Swarming is cleansed after completing a short or long rest, so it's there until you guys short rest, which I assume you're going to do during this. Well, I assume you're going to harvest, but Bob just said you might not, so.
Well, we need to get somewhere safe. That'll take a while. And
Are any of these trees tall enough to ford the river? Or cross the river? If I were to cut them
I was
down?
gonna walk through if I'm still big.
Yeah, but you're only big for a total of 4 minutes, and we don't know how much time we have to spend.
You guys were looking around the bodies for probably about a good minute and a half. Just what you just done now.
Hop on the
Around
bob.
2 minutes to do that, to get all across.
Hop on the bob train.
Yep, crawl.
I will cling to Bob's. I guess I'll climb up to his shoulder. Can I get on his head?
Eventually.
Can I kitten onto his back or something? You know, how kittens climb up
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
I
that.
put my barrel of water back down, grab a goblin in both hands. Whatever a goblin wants to climb can climb, and I'll just bring them across to this.
Alright, eventually, Bob can get you guys all across.
Yay.
And I'll also ferry the bodies across, but while I'm still big, and my barrel of water.
Did I drop stealth doing that?
Yes.
Probably.
Stealth again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Terrible rolls.
The elemental will fall off about the same time, 1 minute before Bob, so he disappears
Alright.
before Bob becomes large.
So if you're wanting to go and ferry the bodies across, in terms of getting them across, it would have taken you a couple of rounds to do that. Right, you'd be able to get all the bodies on these trees, on the southern bank across. As for the ones on the boulder, those ones you need to basically hop to go grab them. You wouldn't have time, you'd go small by that point.
Can I just fish them
I'm
out with my
tiny.
spear? Or just, infinite reach and just, pierce them and
You can roll me a dexterity check as you try to skewer the spider corpse on a 15-foot long spear that is double your size and probably double your weight, if not quadruple.
I got you,
It's
Kay.
actually very light.
No, the spider is what I'm saying.
The spiders. Yeah, you know what? The spiders seem fair.
If
Can I roll
once he's got him
acrobatics
stuck, Bob can
instead?
just pull the spear back.
Can I roll acrobatics instead?
No.
No.
Alright.
You might knock it in the water, and then it
Yeah.
might float away.
No.
Especially the little one on the other side.
And I'll just 24. 15.
All right. You skewer the Eldrazi and are able to lift it, and get it onto the ground. But it was real doozy to do. All right, you have a scaling left to grab.
I'm not grabbing this one.
Okie dokie. We got all the bits we want. Oh, you want.
Yep. All right. So are we staying here, or are we finding a better spot?
All right, scaling small enough, you can just skewer and go shoop.
Yeah, I'll just like go to this place and lunge at it.
Yeah, I guess
Well, we know
take all
they
these
were
with us.
here, and they're not here now, but they could be here later. But they could also be in other places. But we know they're not here, so we should rest here?
I'm not sure I'll follow you.
Well, we killed them all here, so it's safe, right?
That how that works? Don't think that's how that works.
All right. How long do I think it'll take me to break down all these bodies?
Several hours.
And Bob can't carry all of them at once. So
I'm already carrying a barrel of water. I ain't got many hands.
I'll give you an idea. The weight of a single Eldrazi's carapace is 40 pounds.
That's pretty easy for me.
And you have 3 of those. So that's 120 pounds just with the Eldrazi's, carapace.
all right, I'm gonna start rendering the bodies down, I suppose.
All right. Well,
If you rendering, I'm gonna take a sit down.
give me a
Yep,
check on them.
Keep your eyes open. No
Eldrazi.
sleeping. They might be more.
I don't doubt there may be more, but I'm sitting down.
Can I climb a tree?
Yeah. You have
I
climb
like that,
speed?
climbing a tree.
No.
Roll me a climb check.
You got it, boss.
All right. For sticks, give me a check for their common chin. All right, you climb a tree without issue.
I'm gonna make a render macro so that because I'm sure you're gonna want more than one.
I am.
Need to
Yes.
reset.
Instead of the drop down. So give me just
No.
2 seconds.
You have not broken stealth.
Okay, good.
Render. Int. Should be a harvest. Actually, yeah.
I'm gonna start polishing a spoon. Also, you moved Bimbles up the tree, not me.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
eat an
move.
entire pound of cheese.
Oh.
I am also up the tree, and I have a
Yeah,
climb
one
speed.
knows.
I'm still dazzled, right? Because that is a fact of the.
Yeah, it is until you short rest or long rest.
Okay, that's a -1. I might want a short rest before I do this.
How long's a short rest in this system?
1
again?
hour.
It is
Technically, it's 10
7
minutes
hours
in the
bonus.
system, but it's 1 hour.
So yeah, I think for the sake of, I'm gonna take a break and make plans, and take a short rest first.
I
All
think
right.
And then get
Everybody,
started. So just
everybody
tack an
except
hour
the
on
one
the
that
show.
has no perception is swarming right now.
Well, you guys are free to
No,
take a
I'm
short
also
rest if you want to.
strong, yeah. I thought this woman did get removed. So.
It gets removed upon short or long rest. I figured you guys were on a short rest, which is why, before anything else happened, which is why I was like, you're good to just remove it. But it is removed on short or long rest.
Yeah.
I short rested.
Short rest.
Yeah.
Clear state.
Yep, and all the stacks of swarming are gone on short rest.
Now I should have a +7. Yes. Okay, good. So there's the first render roll.
Gain back a bit.
All right. For the first Eldrazi, you are able to harvest. Let's see here. 15 pounds of common chitin. I'll just go in here. All right. For the first Eldrazi, we have their monstrous chitin now, so another check for that. You are unable to harvest any of the monstrous chitin from them as their scything talons were too broken up from the damage caused. All right. Next thing on their list would be their spider silk. All right, you're able to harvest 7 stalk of spider silk from the Eldrazi.
The one harvest skill that my familiar has that he should auto assist is render. Is that even possible as a snake? Can he assist? What's his purpose? Or does it need some opposable thumbs?
Certain creatures he won't be able to assist with, but for these things I think it's fine.
Okay. If he
Like if he's trying to harvest like a ghost or something, trying to get the ectoplasm, I'm like, nah.
Right. Yeah. No, I need to upgrade him to not a snake form so that he can have opposable thumbs somehow, so he can actually do things. So yeah, no, I get it. But yeah, he can auto assist. So if he can assist, it's a +1, and if he's assisting, he reduces the time by 25% as well.
Gotcha. A +1 would increase the render 11 that you had on the monstrous chitin to a single success. So that would put you at 5 pounds of monstrous chitin harvested.
And normally my Eidolon could assist, but he's not here. So
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Last one for the Eldrazi would be the Venom Sac.
Bloom. All right. That's a 21.
All right. Just copying over something real quick because it will be important. We are. All right. For the Venom Sac, you would have succeeded in harvesting. You said 21?
Yep, 20.
One of the 2 Venom Sacs. All right. There we are. Cool.
Yeah.
Give me a check for the next Eldrazi. For the chitin.
Yep, common, chitin, monstrous. Pretty sure.
Common, monstrous, spider silk, heart, Eldrazi, Venom Sac.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced chitin.
Chitin, whatever.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, common. You want to do one at a time, or you want me to do?
Let's see here. You can put them all in one set, and I'll do the math.
So it's 4 total. Yeah.
5 total checks. You already roll 1, so 4 more.
4. 5. Those are some pretty good rolls on the next one.
All right. You had 4 on the next one. I'll put this on the side so I don't have to keep going from page to page. There we go. Okay. You'll be able to harvest all of the monstrous chitin on the second creature, 16 pounds of common chitin on the first, for the spider silk, be able to harvest or another 7 stock worth. The heart, or sorry, 25 is the spider silk. 5 plus. Okay. You'd be able to harvest 11 pounds of spider silk, not 7. That roll. For the 15 on the render, that just barely hits the DC for the heart, so you'd get another heart. And for the 25 on the last one for the venom sac, you'd be able to get both venom sacs for the last one. Alright. Last Eldrazi. Alright.
That's a lot of stuff.
Right, 14 more pounds of common chitin. For the monstrous chitin, you have a 24, bringing us to all 10 pounds of it. Just to 25 total. The spider silk, you're at 16. That puts us at a 7 more pounds of it. Well, 17, but I am not saying any odd numbers, which is where that +1 would be helpful. For the heart, you have a 16. That's enough to get the heart. And for 22, that is just enough to get both venom sacs. Alright. There's the harvesting from the Eldrazi. I will need now the Arcani. They have common chitin, monstrous chitin, a brain, and blood. So 4 checks per.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright. 14. That is enough to get 11 stock of common chitin. We need a 56. An 11 brought to 12 is enough to just barely get 5 stocks of monstrous, bring you to 30. A 19 is enough to get the brain of the Rakani. And I will go and add the extra details for the brain in just a second. So I have to do this again. There we go. Alright. And then for the blood, we have a natural 20, 27, 28, bringing us to a total of not quite all of the blood that you're able to harvest, but almost all of them. With 3 of the blood vials. You have vials to put the blood in?
I have a rod of conjured jar. Every jar lasts for 9 hours.
Fair
It's
enough.
cantrip, and it costs me nothing to wave this rod around and summon another jar.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Every brain gets its own jar. It takes a minute to summon all the jars, but you know.
Yeah. Alright. In that case, I'm going to go get the extra details for the brain juice.
Yes, as a goblin alchemist, I need lots of expendable jars.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay. I've updated the Ardrazi River ambush in your armory with the new Rakani brain and the Rakani blood. You'll notice for all the hearts, venom sacs, and brains and bloods, they have a thing listed as like dash, and then it lists like reagent qualities. That's for Cyric crafting stuff. So if you want to use the Cyric version of them, that's what that is. If you want to use the Unbound version of them for like the poison and enhancement reagent, that's what that is.
okay.
So I gave you guys both of those things. Alright, we now have the last creature types to harvest, which would be the 3 scalings. And for them, I need 2, 3, 4 checks per.
All right. There's one in there. That sucks. So that's the first one. You want me to... So as objects, I can't mouse over them and tell which name is which. The scaling are, what, the big ones?
The small spiders.
Okay.
You're on the little guys
I
right
already
now.
did the big ones. I already
Yeah,
did the big
I did it in order of left to right. So, big spider, mantis creatures, baby spider. Alright,
I think
with...
I only rolled for one of the mantis creatures. Was I supposed to roll for both?
Did you only roll for one? I thought I had you roll for both.
I rolled one set on the second set of
No,
things.
I'll have you roll for
5.
them in a second then. The second one.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, for the 25 on the spider's chain, you'd be able to get all 2 pounds of that without issue. A natural 1, you destroy the scaling eye. 25 on the venom sac, you'd be able to harvest the venom sac without issue. And then for the blood, you'd be able to harvest 2 doses of the blood.
Alright.
Let me go get you guys the information on those. Alright, and now give me another 4 sets for the Rakani.
Rakani 2. There's 4.
Alright, looking back at the Rakani. $24. £16 of common chitin, bringing us to 74 stock worth. You destroy their monstrous chitin. 25 on their brain. You harvest their brain without issue. And then 17 on their blood. You are able to harvest, or 18, you're able to harvest 1 of their blood vials.
Alright.
Alright, now for the other 2 scalings. Here you go, give you a little dash.
Okay, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. The dice have cooled off.
Yes, they have. Alright, you're able to harvest both stocks worth of the chitin. The eye is destroyed. The venom sac is destroyed. The scaling blood, you have one of the scaling blood.
All right. And then scaling 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, once more you destroy an eye, so I'm just going to delete that from my listing.
Alright.
You get both the common chitins as well.
Those eyes are fiddly.
Yep. The 19 is another venom sac successfully harvested. And then a 25 gets all 3 of their blood for the last one. Alright, update your Advertising River ambush with the loot.
Thank you very much.
And that has both the Unbound and Cyric versions of what those reagents would do.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably look through it a little more between sessions.
Yeah. Alright. That took you a good long while, though. At this point in time, let's just go bring up your guys' loot sheet. You believe you maybe have an hour left of travel before it gets full on dark. Actually, you guys started this at 17. Third of the day left, so yeah, about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'll pick up our barrel of water and get ready to get going.
Yep, we can have our checks move an hour and then camp somewhere sneaky.
Safe.
Please go in the right way, right?
Yep, we're going
Survival
north.
to know the direction? I mean, or to know where we are. We have a pretty good idea where we are, right?
You had your previous check, which tells you this river is just south of the village tribe, so.
And we
we're
have
on
a
the up.
compass.
Mhm.
So,
Points north.
you guys would cross the river and would be able to get to about here before you have to stop for the night.
Mhm.
So not really too far after the river, you push into the forest, and the deepened woods slow your movement somewhat. You believe you're maybe about a third of the day left till you get to it, but unless you force march, this is how far you can get for this day.
Force marches DC 5 for 1 hour.
Can actually fail.
Hmm.
I think I can actually fail.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's plus vitality.
I was considering this when we were crossing the river, but Bob figured it out first. But the fire beetles have the mount keyword, but they're also small. So you would have to be tiny to ride them as a mount, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now some things like my Eidolon is a small mount, but it counts. It has special rules. So
So I could ride the fire beetles.
you could if I
Yeah.
summoned them, but I can't ride them, so I wasn't going to summon them.
Ah. Okay. I'm small enough that I could ride on Bob, right?
I
Yes.
don't. I'm not very rideable right now, though.
I mean, I could just tie myself into your hair.
I'll just carry you on the barrel.
Yeah, if you're riding on Bob, they're considered a exotic mount, basically, so you would have a lot of penalties.
Right, if we got jumped or
If
something.
you got jumped, yes.
Alright, I'll just keep up with everybody. I still got 40 move.
Alright, so you guys are wishing to find a place to camp and hold up for the night, or force march?
At least do a little.
can
Good
camp.
I think we should camp for the night because we don't want to show up at the place being
Mhm.
exhausted and have combat.
Yeah. A
You
little
know what,
nicer
he's right.
after a rest.
Alright, I will
we
need
don't know
a
what-
survival check and a stealth check to find a place to camp, and a hide your camp when you find it. I will need someone to be designated camp specialist survival, and someone to be person who stealths and hides the camp.
I feel like I should be the stealth
Yeah.
person for the party.
Yeah, no question.
Second that.
Actually,
Yep.
to help with stealth, I do have.
You
a
can
10
choose
over.
to aid a target, but only one aid per survival or stealth. Additionally, you can have a camp chef, which can provide the chef bonuses if you guys have any ingredients that you can use for food. So there's more than just those two main camp actions. It's just
Well, we only have one cook.
I'm also good
Yeah.
at survival. I'm really good at cooking.
I just don't know if you guys have
Uh,
ingredients to utilize the food rules.
I
So
mean,
Yeah, I'm not
best
sure.
survival is.
What's your survival?
I'd have to look through the stuff that we just got.
mean,
I have
best survival is
cheese
gonna be
as an
for-
ingredient if you want some cheese.
Let's see. I have.
if you're wondering, the food preparation rules are on page 220 of the Unbound Game Mastery Guide.
I got
I have
10
cheese.
pounds of
I-
ale.
What is survival based on intelligence?
So these are all crafting materials that are listed here. Was there any just regular meat?
If you're wanting to harvest their meat, give me one check for Eldrazi, one check for Rakani, and the scalings don't have anything that would. Actually, well, you guys are goblins. And one for the scaling. And I'll just kind
You're
of
not food.
combine it
Oh,
for
wait,
all
you're
three.
goblins.
2, 3. We're
I
hungry.
feel like I've
That's
been racially profiled.
21, nat 20 for a 28 and a 25. Assuming my familiar can assist.
All right, let's see here. They weigh that much, so there was 3 of them, or 2 and 3 and.
Josh, what's your survival check?
7.
Okay, so you're the best at survival.
Yeah, if I'm trained in incident skill, it's a 7.
So we should have you be the survival guy with Bob assisting. And then me as stealth with Prizruk assisting.
My survival is a 6. If that makes a
I have
difference to
stealth.
you.
Right, I have a stealth proficiency.
All right.
Oh, I have a decent stealth apparently, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your stealth is so good that you probably won't be able to see yourself.
Yeah, probably.
Where is he? Can't see him, none. Where did he go?
All right. For the meats of these different creatures, you'd get about 50 pounds worth of Eldrazi meat, 20 pounds worth of scaling meat, and 6 pounds worth of, Rakani meat, and then 6 pounds worth of scaling meat.
Yeah, it's supposed to only be 8.
Yep. In terms of what these would count for, I believe you need 5 pounds per meal of meat for medium creatures. So half that for small, a quarter of that for tiny, and then double that for large, and so on and so forth.
You say 5 pounds per meal?
Maybe? Maybe it's 4
I feel
pounds.
like that's a lot of.
That's a lot of
fucking
meat.
food.
Let's find out.
A lot.
5
a lot
pounds of
food.
food for a medium creature.
So Sage,
Don't get me
for
wrong.
context, a typical human eats about a pound of food per day. Total.
Typical
Of-
human,
of-
but
of-
we
Typical. You guys are
Every-
goblins.
Yeah, I'm just,
quite
Yeah.
large.
We are goblins. I was just giving you a baseline.
I'm a big boy. I'm just saying. I'm pretty
All
sure
right,
Bob
reading
eats
through
5
this,
pounds.
I definitely overestimated that. 1 pound per meal, and then half that for small, and so on and so forth.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I only need a quarter pound of food.
I think I'm spoiled for. I think it just means I can't go as long.
Well, keep in
without-
mind that Unbound does have the meals requirement, which is 3 meals per day.
Yeah, but that means I could eat a single ration over the course of a day and it'd be more than enough.
Generally, yeah.
And if you're spoiled, you double it because you can only go half as long, so you essentially need 6 meals per day.
Yep.
All right, so everybody
spoiled
add up
means
your
I can-
meals and let's put them in which chat.
Well, I'll add them to the loot list under Faction Tracker.
I got 42 meals in the form of
Meals
trail ration.
required. All right. So, Bimbles. what size are you?
Small.
Smalls. You would acquire 1.5 meals per day. All right. Bob, how big are you?
I count as medium where beneficial.
Beneficial. All right, so that means you'd require 2 meals per day.
Count as medium or count as large?
I count as medium where beneficial.
Oh.
Aren't you backward? Like, aren't you medium?
They count as large when
count as
beneficial
small?
because food in this case would be not beneficial. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
It was just the way they phrased it was weird. But I understood.
Right.
All right.
Both would be true, right?
Okay. How large are you?
small.
Small. All right, 1.5. Spoons. How large are you?
Tiny when beneficial.
That means you would need 0.75. All right, and then sticks. How large are you?
I am small, but I'm also spoiled.
You would need 3.
Oh, hold on, I'm also spoiled. Just
Oh,
to
you're
let
also
you know,
spoiled.
so I
Okay,
need
so
4.
you would need 4. Here we go.
God, so many spoiled children.
I have
I'm a hungry boy.
I have 7 rations on me.
I mean, I'm the
Sure
cook,
that.
so.
I have, in terms of meals, I have 42 meals and 6 pounds of cheese.
Which page are we doing this on?
Your faction tracker.
It's on the very right.
On the right.
Oh, okay. I had to scroll over.
Alright. Characters and their overland speed. Yeah.
Mine says 0.
I'm updating it still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're
Wow.
up to 11, essentially 11 pounds of food per day.
That's not bad, actually. We're only, like, just above, like, a normal group of humans who aren't spoiled.
It's fine. It's fine. Alright.
Sorry,
I have-
Spoons, you have an overland speed of 15.
What's wrong with that?
Slow-ass MFer.
Oh, because that'll change, right? My sheet, I'm only tiny when beneficial. So if I switched myself to small, that should update, right?
I don't.
It takes like a minute. It doesn't do it all the time.
Well, what would it be if I'm US
It's
small?
E19 plus G17 plus G24.
I mean, you can just literally change your size and look at it.
It's con plus
Strength plus
strength plus G24.
spirit.
Con
Score?
score plus strength and spirit modifier.
Yeah. If you become small, you get +2 strength. So you get +1 mod. So it's 1 higher.
All right. Well, on your faction tracker, I'll mark you as 16 then.
No, it's only the size doesn't change my strength, it changes my dex. You
Yeah.
only
Oh,
gain
then
strength
it's
for
still
going
15.
bigger than medium. You
Oh,
gain dex
that's-
for going
there you go.
smaller than medium.
And you're still
So-
15.
Wow, you are... I should get a sled.
Just get a cart and and
Well, that's what
pull
I'm
it.
saying. Like, eventually, I'll be able to make myself really small for a really long time, and then I can just get a harness and attach myself to you.
I'll just get in my pocket. Literally put you in my pocket.
Yeah.
You know how I've got that belly plate on my artwork? You know, I just tuck you in there.
Because then I'll be completely covered, and I can stealth while in there and then scurry out like a freaky spider baby.
You're just a weird rat, I'll be honest.
Well, I am a vermin kid.
Oh, so you're already there, it's fine.
So yeah, we've got boiled scaling and mushrooms for dinner.
All right.
Full scaling for dinner.
And I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually have like a high value, so it's just a meal. It doesn't give any benefits. To do any benefit stuff for cooking, you have to actually put money in a pot,
Yeah.
essentially, something worth
Yeah.
something. So yeah.
Do you want me to just throw gold in there? That would put some value.
It's actual money.
Mm,
You have gold?
I think
Oh, is our starting currency?
You guys would
all
need to
years?
use actually good ingredients. You can't just say I use gold and have good ingredients.
Yeah, we don't have gold in general, I guess.
Well, we don't have
And-
prescient
and-
planner.
And we don't have any good cooking ingredients. We have, essentially
I get 10 pounds of ale, 6 pounds of cheese. So,
spoiled bug meat. So, yeah.
It's not
All right.
spoiled
Do you
yet.
any of you have the eat anything basic lineage feature from Goblin?
Don't. I'm just a big guy.
No.
Eat anything.
All right. Let me rephrase this. If anyone does not have eat anything, I will need a body save upon eating this meal.
Okie dokie.
Beautiful.
My body's
Does
only
he
a-
actually want to eat bug meat?
My body should be a 2. I don't know why it says 1. So I should be 11, not a 9.
Let me get rid of this swarming BS.
And then we all got sick.
not
No,
good
Not
for
letting
eating.
you cook again. Or we're not eating that again.
I have a
tasty.
rush. You know what, guys? I have a ration. I'll just eat a ration in the corner. Don't worry about me.
All right.
But it probably tasted good.
This is awful.
Well, I assume you did a pretty good on your chef check, but unfortunately for this meal, it's not soon after eating it where all of you feel like your stomach is having an internal battle. You would achieve a long rest, but you're gonna wake up feeling very, very sick. Everyone suffers who fails, which is everyone. The sickened condition.
Yay.
As I said,
Yeah, I know you're eating your bread. You're good.
Bread and
How do you
cigarettes.
feel sickened again? What tier is it?
Man,
Well,
that feel when every goblin doesn't have the basic goblin eat anything trait.
I'm not even a goblin.
I
don't even
understood
have the
you,
choice.
but like the goblins, the gobble gang.
Look, I have a refined palate now. The lady said I just
Apparently I
need
have
to
a
go
refined
stick
palate.
to a liquid diet.
It's a basic traditional lineage trait. No one has it. It's one of the 2 core. Maybe you are
Nope,
mixed.
I didn't take it.
You don't
We're
have
all
the
mixed.
core.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All mixed goblins.
all mixed gobbos.
I don't have either of the basic feature.
Which is why we are a special unit.
Yep,
Oh, I
it's
do
true.
have varied interests.
Oh, look at you. That one is pretty good to be fair. +2 to 2 different skills.
Stealth
Uh-huh.
and perception.
Yep. Anyways, that second condition will remain until I say otherwise, which will probably be for a portion of this day, but not beyond this day.
Hold on, I might
So.
deal with this.
A new day dawns as you guys are having the runs. Besides, one of you.
Oh wait, I can't deal with this because I don't actually have a healer's kit. Never mind.
Let's see. Resto.
And I don't have mercy yet.
What's my restoration thingy?
If you guys had that trait, I would have been like, save. You're just good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like this. Everybody group up. Hold on. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Alright.
Can't you come over here?
Fine.
Reroll a save against an ongoing effect. Okay, let's try that.
Let's see, that's 5 mana, out of combat, goes off.
I rolled worse.
Well, you're still sickened, Spoons, as are you,
Didn't
Bob.
roll a 1 this time. What the f-
Bimbles, you
Feel
feel better. You're no longer sickened, Bimbles. Sticks, you're still sick.
I
Again,
throw up on
take
your
the-
shoes. Are you wearing
Ah.
shoes?
Yeah, I got you. They give me vitality.
I'm afraid they're now
Bimbles feels
covered
better,
in Sticks vomit.
Ah,
Hey, it's protein.
I do. I do have a healer's kit. Is there anything in there for that?
Probably.
You do have a heal? Is it a tier 1 condition? If it is, you can try.
It's
activate it.
tier 1 condition for sickened, yeah.
No, it's tier 1.
I have it up right now. It's sickened is a tier 1 condition that causes you to feel ill. You have active reduction 1 and weakened 2.
There we go.
Great cleanse many. Oh, why don't you start with that?
I forgot.
Oh.
I mean,
Why
you
does it say
can
2
tell
silver piece under condition removal? Oh, 2 spell points. I'm a fucking banana.
Yeah, it's my tier.
I was like, why does it cost money to cast this spell?
It's 2
So-
silver pieces as a tax.
So
Yep.
did you do
You
it?
see
too?
All
I'm
right.
a warlock, and I have to pay my patron
That's on
every
3
single
Thimble's
people,
finally
so
feeling better. They remember that they can
six.
actually cleanse this with their magic, so you guys
Yeah.
spend your mana, and you guys are no longer sickened.
Oh, we're so inept. We're so inept.
You're goblins. What do you want?
I got more mana. It's fine.
I'm gonna stealth.
All right.
Hmm.
You feel very stealthy.
I feel average is stealthy.
Well, you feel stealthy, regardless of what you roll. Even if you roll a natural 1, you're going to feel super stealthy.
Alright.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have my
Sneaky, sneaky.
one hand holding my weapon, other hand holding the barrel. And they'll be marching along.
As part of the long rest, we can do daily preparations, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna polish my spoon.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, daily
Right.
prep.
I have the
Daily prep.
addiction flow. I have to polish a spoon every day.
I take out my stick of spells and start biting it.
I'll contribute a downtime action to training, I guess.
I will resummon stones.
Yeah, prepared caster. Gotta prepare spell.
2 out of 180. I'm on my way, guys. I'm on my way.
So, are we on the 4th now, or is that the 3rd?
Still, is it the 4th now?
Because that was a long rest, right? That was an overnight.
You guys completed a long rest. You guys are now, why is it? Okay, there we go. You guys are now on the 4th.
Okay.
Nice. Hmm. Well, someone with the compass, please lead us forward.
Alright, we'll need a survival check to find your way to the next location.
I give the compass to Bob to look at.
We
because
never
he
actually
has
rolled
good
stealth
survival.
for the camping and survival for the camping.
No.
You know why? For some
Oh,
reason,
yeah.
I thought those render checks for this check I needed. I just was like, this is fine. They were so high. Give me those checks to see if anything happens.
So survival first, or
Survival, stealth, I need both. Doesn't matter when.
Use the
I'm gonna-
survivor. Do the survivor first. 'cause I
Alright, you
need
guys were able to
Josh,
find a camp without
survivors,
issue.
and then a
25.
Now a stealth
an
check.
assist for that,
Yeah,
Okay,
you get an
I'm gonna
assist for
stealth.
that.
and Berserk's gonna assist me.
Yeah. Get a +1.
Alright, with a most well-found location, you're able to find a fairly small cave that is obscured by bushes and brambles and even a fallen log. And with that, you're able to sneak on inside and rest for the evening without any issue. Alright.
Yay!
I'm just adjusting the map because I had them set for nighttime and I'm just making them so they're set for daytime now. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. You guys are wishing to move on, making your way out to the well, you'd actually be inside. Out to the Ember Smoke Goblin Tribe?
Yep.
Yes.
Sir.
Alright. I think I have everything adjusted at this point that I would want.
Keep an eye out for Griblies this time, lads.
Yep.
These guys
Okay.
be here. Guys.
I have a question for the fortified keyword. It
Mhm.
says I can pick the the type of save to gain reinforced for, but I can choose to make it be more limited to get a better bonus, or to make the cost lower. Could I do like condition specific saves?
Like
'Cause
fear
the example is mind affecting,
Yes.
or fire, or DR silver. So could I have done sickened instead?
Presumably.
Post me the feature.
Post, see whatever save. Mhm.
Where do you want it?
Just in Discord.
It's called Fortify. Sorry, I didn't come.
All right. So what was the question again? Now that I've read that.
You may also choose to have the bonus to be more limited, to reduce the cost.
Yeah,
Could
so
I
you
have
could have it
said
be
sickened?
just sickened, and it would have done that benefit.
Okay, which means I could take it multiple times, giving me like a +3 against sickened.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll know that for the future. Like, oh, I need a save for this specific thing. I'm going to cast this on myself first.
Yep. All right. I will need a survival check to make your way back through the woods, heading northwards to the Embersmoke Goblin tribe.
Sticks?
Yeah, and Bob can assist if he wants to.
Yep.
Survival.
Token. There it is.
Plus-
Survival.
+2 from compass.
All right. Well, +2 from compass, and the Bob's assistance bonus does save that otherwise failed check. So that's good.
Yeah.
The back, actually. A little skull Bobo.
Yeah, just assume I'm around.
Yeah, you need to be in front with Bob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, after the last ambush, Styx is glued to Bob's side, like... Yeah.
All right.
I might as well be riding my mount, which is riding Bob, but I can't do that, so...
You know, I started setting you up as a copy pasta, and I realized I fixed the teleport pad. So let's use the teleport pad.
Woo!
Hey, look, here's a
Let's see
macro.
from the river. Yeah.
I love you, macros.
Somebody told me they're making an open world Mario Kart game.
Oh, what?
Exactly. That was my response.
All right. Let me know when you guys are loaded.
I might have long rested the token on the map or not, and not on the river because you threw us on the map.
These are the ones from the river map. So if you long rest river, then it should be fine.
No,
If not, then long rest
on
this
the
one.
Big map.
Then long rest this one.
I'm really looking forward to Journeyman so I can become an MD Dexterous.
Let's survive first.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bob.
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 I didn't
5. There's the last R I need as everyone is loaded. So, as you push on into the northern portions of the forest, grazing up against the mountain's cliff edge, you can find that this place is filled with towering spires of rock and stone that rise up with these natural rocky stairwells leading higher and higher in elevation. A thin layer of mist kind of surrounds the area as the sounds of twirling and swirling rivers and waterfalls can be heard from nearby. The faint calls of birds can be heard, as well as the faint droning buzz of insects from nearby. However, as you push forward through the towering pines that surround this place, this marshy, cliffy, we'll call it a highland, you see from up ahead upon the cliff face directly north of you, a small green-skinned face looks down. Hi! What'd you do? Who are you? Followed by 3 other faces that poke over the edge.
Hello, lads. Here to talk to your boss, we is.
Go talk to boss, they say. What do greenskins really want?
We looking to come together.
Come together.
There be big scaries moving on out there. Gobos together stronger.
Gobos together stronger, he says. Gobos together come together, he says. Well, that does make sense. But then gobos fight together too, so maybe not. Roll diplomacy.
Oh wait, I am actually the most diplomatic out of all of us.
Yeah.
It's because you're the most obvious.
Mm-hmm.
That isn't to say I've got a good roll, but you know what? I'll spend my 1 point of luck to add +1 to that.
Excellent.
Highest diplomacy is a +0.
The highest diplomacy of the party is a +0. Oh no.
I'm tied with you. Nice.
That's why we need Josh to make those fellowship belts.
That do be making sense, yeah. Alright. So, you want to talk to Big Boss?
That's right.
Well, I can see about letting that happen, yeah. Alright, come on up. I'll bring you to King Rockles.
King Rockles?
Yeah, King Rockles.
King Rockles.
Make sure to give him the proper respect. He is a king after all. Even has a crown.
Oh.
Brownie does.
Brownie he does have. Yeah, very shiny one.
Oh, shiny.
That's pretty awesome.
That is.
Does the architecture hold my weight?
Yes.
They got walks. They got boys.
Mm-hmm.
Just gobos here, or you got big green boys and ogres.
We're just gobos and wargs here. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Alright. I bring you forward. Don't go ahead. He was gonna shoot you. Come on now, patience. I know we're not known for it, but like, jeez.
Okay.
Watkins a lot, though.
Like how I was expecting to do goblin diplomacy. I'll be honest, when I woke up today.
All right, as you rise up the cliff face, you can see the several large tents made from hide and bone surrounding the top of this cliff face pillar of stone. Large campfires blazing with cut down logs and splintered pieces of branches and sticks and twigs, and even some dried grass burn with a bright flame that some of the goblins up ahead seem to be dancing around. The torchbearers holding torches lit with fire, are going, fire, fire, fire. They're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, fire.
But this goblin here is going to lead you forward. This way!
These lads seem like your kind of boy sticks.
What are they burning?
These goblins appear to be burning wood.
Yeah.
Timber, as I previously mentioned, sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wood. Just wood.
Yeah, they're just burning the fire. They're just enjoying the fire.
They're
They've already had their
sticks.
breakfast.
Oh my god, he looks so regal.
I am going to do something because this map is so laggy, and I don't like it.
Sticks is torn between throwing things in the fire and no. He just stays with Bob. Stay with Bob. Okay.
I think that fixed my lag issue. That was everyone else's lag issue.
I'm doing alright.
That's alright.
Lag?
I also didn't notice it.
Oh, well. That was real bad for me.
You're the host.
You're streaming and hosting.
Okay. This way. And, big guy! Be careful. You're kind of big. He's gonna walk across this rope bridge, prancing from loosened wood slat to the next loosened wood slat.
Oh, right. Yeah, we should totally announce you. Behold the great Bob! As I say loudly towards...
I'm testing the rope bridge as you announce that. Does it feel like it's gonna give under my weight?
You can give me a knowledge engineering check.
I think I actually have that. 1 second.
As you're announcing this, and Bob is way back behind you now, still testing the bridge, you'd see in the small little portion of this raised stony platform 5 total tents, with one most prominent looking like it was fashionably fashioned and stolen from some other tribe or people, because it definitely doesn't look like the basic hide and bone tents that the goblins are using. It is most fanciful, and there does appear to be a goblin with a very shiny metal crown, dressed in an oversized royal pajama regalia that looks like it was designed for humans, that they're very much drowning in, standing in front of it with a big old chicken leg in his hand as he's nomming upon it. Surrounding the fire, there appears to be a set of goblin warriors with their warg pets nearby. Goblin torchbearer, of course, who's dancing around the fire, going, "Bird, bird, bird!" And most curiously, to the south, there is a goblin with blue hair and a blue mustache, dressed in perhaps the finest jacket you've ever seen, with a wicked-looking and regal falchion at his side. He has a monocle. Over top, a pair of spectacles. So he's both spectacled and monocled. And he's to the south.
Kind of awesome.
Oh.
That's kind of awesome and hilarious.
He can see what's going on.
Alright, you think that the bridge would hold your weight, but it would be very swayy, so you think if you were to charge over it, it might have issues.
Well, he's medium or beneficial, right?
But he still weighs.
He still weighs a
It's
fuck
still weigh
ton.
a lot.
Oh, do you want me to
I'll
come back and
move.
make you small?
Carefully.
He can get
No,
across it, I'm
why?
just saying if he charges, it's going to have issues, so don't have combat
Now, why
on
would
the
I need to
bridge.
charge over it?
In case we start fighting.
Alright,
Now,
but
why would
upon
you
the
stop
announcement of Styx, they would all turn and look. King Rockles will kind of, chicken still in mouth, kind of look up from his chicken leg.
As Bob finally gets over the bridge, I'll start throwing fire poppers above his head like fireworks.
Fire! With this, the warriors would all kind of ready their spears and move over this direction to flank their liege king. Let me just move that. There we go. Reginald von Misk, the strange blue-haired goblin, will raise an eyebrow as he looks out. While King Rockles will step forward, hopping down from what appears to have been a step stool of a few wooden blocks. They are very small, almost the same size as spoons. So, some newcomers here. Alright, Bob. You've been announced, you've shown your presence, and you've passed my guards who seem to think you're worthy of a meeting. Yes, my King Rockles, they... Silence! I did not ask for support or insight further. So, Bob, why come? Why come sing King Rockles? You may approach.
Let's say there. Here.
You can see the warriors are like a bit closer.
Well, Your Majesty. We's the pretty ladies, boys, and we come looking to put all the gobbos together on the island.
I don't know this pretty lady. Why would we join with other gobbos? Rockle's clan is strong. The Amber Smoke's mighty. From what we hear, the tree splitters are small. Been ransacked by Humies. Why join with when you are weak and small and we are big and mighty?
I says you ought to be joining because there'd be all sorts of ookie spookers. Not just the Umis crawling out their cans, but bug things crawling out of the hole in the ground.
As you say that, the warriors kind of give each other a glance. Bug things are no problem for us. We squash bugs all the time.
You seen the bug things that come down, take the gobbos, take them away to a dark place elsewhere?
Roll a diplomacy check. It's your guys' choice to go here on the diplomatic mission. It's your first thing to do.
Okay.
It's goblin diplomacy. Either we do the talk no jutsu, or we kill their leader and take them over that way.
Nope, that's up to you. You want my inspiration for that, or do you want to just squish him like a bug?
I'm willing to talk a bit more.
Right. Use my inspiration then.
Sage, do I know how close I can get to a warg generally before it would probably know I was there?
Within 30 feet.
Oh, well then I'm probably too close already.
Yeah, it knows you're there, definitely. It is doing a low growl as you sneak behind.
18 total.
I'm gonna go back around the tent.
Alright, with an inspiration, changing that 3 to an 18, King Rockles will kind of give a nod. Alright. So, you know of some things, Tree Splitter. Think the big bugs are a bit of issue. But how you help? Huh? Your clan's small now. Very small, we hear. Big Humi demon came rushing through with big armor and go squish squish squash. And splintered all the tree splinters.
Good. They's bees in the stew pot now.
You say we should unite, but King Rockle think. Unite under who? You say pretty lady? I don't know pretty lady. A tribe know King Rockles. King Rockles is mighty and generous. Why should we unite under Pretty Lady when Pretty Lady should unite under King Rockles? King Rockles.
We know that the Pretty Lady has some sort of like big magic by our perspective, right?
They are seen as a big magic Pretty Lady, yes. You do not know she's a hag, but she's definitely a magic lady.
What sort of like feats has she like done before us?
She would have done some transformations, so transmutation magics of like changing shape. Been able to show you guys the might that she is able to transform into great magical beasts such as a hydra. That would have been pretty impressive, to be honest. She would have been able to conjure illusions, made the cave pretty, and would have basically been able to give you guys projected illusory images of goblin story time, which is probably the favorite pastime of all goblins in your clan. Because she basically turned on a movie theater for you guys.
Yes.
Pretty lady do big magic. Pretty lady can turn into many head snake.
Big too.
There's reason she became the boss us long ago. You say we small, you big. How about you send us a few boys. Keep the bugs away from your land. We weren't too far away, they already by your river.
You hear a lot of talk, but not a lot of show. Why would we go send people to help your tribe? If there's bugs near us, why not keep them here and keep us safe? Pretty lady, you say has magic. Oh, but we has magic too. Isn't that right, Reginald? Yes, my King Rockles, indeed. As you will step forward. Kind of pushing his glasses up over the bridge of his nose. We have mighty magic here. From our most favored shaman to myself, of course. I have trained at the greatest schools, indeed, traveled across the seas. Now, how many goblins can you say have done such feats? This pretty lady, I doubt she has even traveled along the great strip of ice. Or studied in the halls of Breakwater.
I don't know where that is.
Exactly.
Is it very far away?
It is across the Great Sea.
Pretty lady's shown lots of things to us. Shown places with her magic.
The goblin has a
with his message.
Ways I sees it, we's closer to the hole where the bug's coming out of. We have boys, we can go smash the buggos, and then the buggos don't hurt no one no more. Buggos don't hurt no one, then we can go doing what we usually go doing. Crumping the umis for the shiny loots.
At least umis are cookable. Buggos aren't even eatable. They're gross. Bleh.
I don't know what you're talking about. We've been feasting on them for quite the generation.
A goblin generation's only like a month, right?
It depends on the goblin. They age really rapidly, so like I believe adulthood for the goblins like 2 years, something like that. I have to check World End to make sure, but
It's 2 years. Yeah.
The bugs haven't been around for that long, though, have they?
No, they haven't. But the key thing, you're talking about normal sized bugs, and then you say bigger bugs, and they were like, oh yeah.
But can't you just show them the bugs?
Yeah, just show them one of the bodies.
Fix will upend one of his pockets with all of the bug meat onto the ground and just kind of shake it. Because it's gross and he doesn't really want it anymore anyway.
You find a bug about big as an umi before?
the bugs. We have not seen bugs of this size, but we have heard stories.
Bugs big as Umis, bugs that scream in your head.
As King Rockle says that, you see the warriors also kind of look at each other, give a look.
Sneak bugs.
Those are quite big indeed. Very large bugs. Good eaten. Good eaten. Much meat.
You want meat? You can cook it. You can have it. I'll point at the pile on the ground.
We'll cook meat.
Convenient meat gift.
As I poison the entire tribe.
They all have to eat anything, so they're immune.
I'm sure they have the
Yeah.
the thing.
So
We've just
the
been
torchbearer
raiding
begins to
towns
cook
too much and being too
the
honest.
mighty meat gift. So that's how you should have introduced it. Gifts of food for mighty King Oracles would have been well received. You've spent too far away from Gobos, methinks.
Maybe. We've been
So-
camping in the swamp too long.
Gifts of food provided. Tribe mighty. Tribe could use more food. So, you have hunters. You've shown great stashes of food. But still was defeated by Humis. Thinking. He's actively saying thinking while he's trying to think. He will raise his mighty arms. It's clear that his robe's arms are like double the size of his own arms. They kind of just drape there. He raises them over his head, and then they kind of slide down slowly to reveal his tiny little stick hands. Yes! Plan! He will clap the hands together and look out. You have shown great bounty of hunt. That is something our clan lacks at the moment. So, not enough to follow, but that is enough to potentially help. If you want us to follow your pretty lady, 1. I will need meeting with pretty lady. 2. You will need to prove your might first, however. If you wish to have our tribes join, we'll need to prove strength. A duel.
Okay.
Your strongest against our strongest. Choose your champion, and it shall be.
Me. I'm the biggest.
That does make sense,
Yes.
yes.
The biggest.
Yeah, good luck, Bob.
Very well. He'll clap his hands as Reginald will step forward.
Wait. I'm still stealth, right?
You feel stealthy.
Okay. Can I, just touch Bob and make him big?
What
I'll put down my barrel of water.
what spells do you have? Do you have any negatives that make it so you cast with somatic or anything like that?
Oh, I have, let me get to it. No, I just have koi.
Gotcha.
If you were seen,
If you were seen, okay.
So if I'm actively seen, I have to make a concentration check.
I'm just checking this guy's past perception to see if he would notice your stealth. Okay.
If he does, it's terrifying.
You feel stealthy.
29. Okay, let me get to the right page.
Make sure to use your casting check. You can't just auto pass it.
Right. So it's minutes. So my casting check is... There's a button for that, right?
Yes, it would be the school and their magic skill. So whatever school you're using, which I assume is transmutation.
I feel like I'm okay.
Yeah. I assume you're giving it the extra duration for the freebie that you just got for criticaling that. You need to confirm, but, you know.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it again. So duration turns it to 40 minutes instead of 4 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, alright. Well, you're now big for 40 minutes, Bob.
I'll just continue moving with the... As his shadow grows and continues to block line of sight, I'm just going to move away some more.
A mighty challenger indeed. Right. So, you have chosen your champion, who is very big. And I have chosen mine. King Grockles do declare that Reginald von Mischk shall lead our tribe in this endeavor. As Reginald will step forward, giving a flourishing bow to you, Bob. Well then.
What I think a knightly salute is.
You are mighty indeed, Sir Bob, but let's see how you fare against the Blade of the North.
Can I see any active magic on him?
Yes. The Warblade seems to have a magical wall of force around his body, as well as a almost translucent, barely visible shield that seems to float around his body.
Maybe I should have given him something besides size.
Can I make one for each spellcraft to identify, or would I have to, like...
You can see the magic, so you can make a spellcraft check on each one.
Alright, well, I rolled a 2 on the first one, so that probably fails.
Yeah, no, that definitely fails.
Wrong thing. Enter, drop down, spellcraft. That's a 12. Okay. Good talk.
No idea. Alright, well, our champions have been chosen, so clear the battlefield. All must be beyond the tent's grace. And since you are the challenger, you will need to start by the base of the bridge. It's only fair, you know, we gotta have rules and stuff. We can't just go willy-nilly with no rules.
No, I think that's alright.
Alright, Reginald, go next to the fire, but not too close, because it is pretty bright and there's a lot of bugs on it, and I don't want the smoke to kind of, like, twirl up your blue. It's you know, it's... of course, my King Rockles. Alright.
Good.
Now then, on the count of 3 pigs, we begin. 1 chicken, 3 eggs, 2 pigs, 3 pigs! Roll me initiative. Alright, everyone else roll me initiative 2, in case you do eventually want to try to interfere.
In case you want to cheat.
You want me to roll for stones, too?
They can just go on your side. It's fine for this one, because it's more of like you're delaying your turn until something happens that would trigger it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think this guy has something that would do this, so... Alright, Reginald is going to be rolling twice because of a spending of stamina.
Okie dokie.
Alright. So, as the battle lines are drawn, the torchbearer will run around the circle while King Rockles was doing his little countdown and light a circle of fire around everyone. This guy needs to go back here. He's in range of sadness. Alright, and then he would run back. So, you do not know if this is actually part of it, but there is a circle of fire around you now.
Oh.
No, I need to set that a bit better.
How big of a circle of fire? Like like an aura kind of deal, or is it like around the whole area?
That is the circle. He
Like
did
a sumo ring.
stop,
Okay.
like, drawing the fire in the tent area so it didn't burn, but as the circle of fire.
Because Map Tools is very imprecise in that manner.
Yes. So this is your circle of fire. You should not leave this arena. As King Rockles will explain, leaving is considered cowardice. Stay within the circle and be happy. If you are pushed out of it, you may return, though. It's only fair. All right, now then, until the count of 3 pigs. Because I forgot to do it again. I forgot to explain the rules, and that's just rude of me, so... 3 pigs! Alright, Styx, if you want to do any interruptions, feel free. Otherwise...
Nope.
Bimbles, any interruptions?
No interruptions.
Spoons, any interruptions?
If I do anything, it puts me in initiative, right?
You're already in initiative, but if you do anything, it would be potentially changing how this scene is going to be playing out.
Move to here. And I offer this guy a spoon.
Oh.
Well, no, hold on. Because that'll break my stealth on
Yes,
it.
it would.
Plant a spoon on them.
I'm going to have a spoon in my hand. And if he loses, like if Reginald loses, I'm going to give this guy a spoon.
Okay.
Not just reverse pickpocketing him a spoon.
Do you have the ability to stealth in plain sight, by the way?
I thought it was as long as I was stealthed, I just couldn't re-stealth in plain sight.
No. If you walk in front of a fire and your stealth was 29, it's suddenly 0.
Oh, okay.
Because if you
I don't have,
like,
we're not journeymen or professionals.
Yeah, no.
We can't do that
like
yet.
if you were next to Bob, I've been allowing it because you have the ability to stealth using allies as cover, so they're considered your stealth. But if you're in the middle of the open, which you have been, your stealth is definitely broken.
So my stealth's gone. So I'm just gonna sit down like on my haunches and watch.
All right.
Can I get on this pole?
You could. Yeah, it's out of the ring.
All right, I'll start watching.
All right. Bob. The creature stands before you.
I might one action charge him. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason not to one action charge him.
Kill him.
It's advantage. Advantage is advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Feng Shui there's no other difference between a one action to action charge, right?
Just distance.
Yeah. Does it lock me out of pushing if I one action charge?
One action charge now. If it's 2 action charge, it would.
Oh, I'll one action charge him. Moving 30 feet directly straight, so no jinx to worry about. Actually, I've got improved. No, I wouldn't have improved features. Oh, yeah, I would not have improved features. All right, I will use the big chopper against him. I am charging. I am power attacking. This is using first thing, nothing else special that I have to add, I believe, so what?
Jesus.
My crit confirm is horrible, but I do at least threaten.
All
At
right.
least flat-footed.
I am flat-footed. All right, your big chop will run forward, slamming through the air as it skirts through with a faint whoosh. The creature seems to rise up his falchion, but is a little too slow as the big chop will crash into his body, sending him reeling in pain, but it will cut into him for 40 damage, which he will reduce by his DR, which at this point would be... one minute while I go calculate what his DR is with his buffs. Okay, so it'd be... Does this one give DR or no? Okay.
Does 40 wound him?
He gains a wound.
I spend 2 stamina points to use killing tools to attack again immediately.
Excellent.
This doesn't get my charge benefit, but I can still just attack normally. This matches the iterative I caused the wound. Whack.
Alright. You see him standing there. Looks like the attack is about to slam into his body. However, a spark of invisible energy will prevent the attack from hitting him as one of the floating shields that surrounds him crashes and shatters as the big chopper is considered a miss.
Ugh. You're pretty good, you are.
You have some mighty fight within yourself, Bob. Those within the mainland would find you mighty fearsome indeed. Anything else?
I'm gonna continue now, honorable sir. Wabang! Oh, miss. Whoosh.
Does that include +1 from strength that you got from size?
Yes. And that's my iterative anyway, so...
Yeah, iterative killed him on that one.
Alright. Yeah, that one's just an outright miss in general. Alright, anything else?
Let's see. I will spend a point of ki to start my ki healing.
Excellent.
So fast heal 18 for the next 4 rounds. 5 rounds?
I'm chilling.
Alright, just chilling with Kay. Excellent. Alright. Reginald has gained initiative. Let's see here. Looking at their stuff. All right. You'll see them snap a finger and twirl a sigil through the air as their blade alights in fire. They will then seem to reach into their belt, grab a small syringe and inject it into their thigh as their body seems to recoup some of what you just dealt to them.
Oh. Any of these provoke?
Nope. First one was a free action, second one was a quick. The wound that they had is now gone.
Oh.
They will then 5-foot step to here. And with their basic action, they're going to swing out towards you with a cast defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this macro works, so ignore it. I just want to see if it gives me a bonus. So this is not an actual roll. Okay, it really doesn't work for them. But it does tell me what I need to roll with it. Alright. Spirit, Con, highest magic ring bonus. Cool. Okay, that's what I'm rolling. Which would be... Alright. This is my concentration check to see if I can cast defensively. I can. Alright. And then here is my magic check to see if I can cast the spell. I can. And here is an attack to see if I hit you. If this hits, it's a spell strike.
He's a magus.
He is a magus. Alright, anything else I need to apply for this? I don't believe so.
I gotta step away a second, I'll be back.
Alright, that is an 18 to hit you. Before you say anything else to that, he is going to... He's going to spend a point of innovation to boost it. So that is a 22 to hit for a total of 21 fire damage because of his arcane strike or arcane pool making that all fire. With the spell, if the attack hits, it will do spell damage as well.
Okie dokie.
Which would
What's my
be
big total
55 fire damage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So that is a total of 2176 fire damage, if that hits.
I'm still standing.
As the blade just slams into you, it kind of whooshes through your body as if the blade wasn't there, and just singes your insides and your outsides in this long strike of a vibrant red as your skin seems to grow red hot.
Let's see, could I parry that? Is it possible?
This is not a touch attack, so it is parryable.
It's parry or take that much damage. Jesus Christ. So my magic number's 22?
You have to hit a 23 to parry, because you have to beat. Nice success.
29.
God damn! Alright, the attack is parried as it pushed to the side. Fling! Alright.
That was a big spell, that was.
Yes, I have trained with the greatest scholars at Breakwater, and they have taught me much.
Oh, I want to do that.
Alright, with a second action, they will seem to press themselves once more with another syringe in the thigh. Alright. And that is all they can do. Any reactions from anyone in the stands?
Dix accidentally starts rooting for Reginald as the fire damage starts flying around, but then he checks himself.
Fair, fair.
Wait, no! Go Bob!
Alright. Bimbles.
Bimbles is gonna get a better sheet. Just climb down the tree, climb up the cliff again.
Excellent. Spoons.
No.
Alright. Bob, it is your turn.
Can't let any of those hit me.
I'll 5 foot this way. Whap it.
Your weapon's considered gargantuan at this point, right? Or large or huge?
Gargantuan, yes.
Gargantuan, okay.
Yeah, I'll attack him normally. Because ain't anything else I can do.
Yep, yep.
Whap. That's horrible.
He just parries the blow to the side. Cling!
This ain't all I'm capable of.
Cling!
Wow, that is... I'm very sad. It's okay. It's okay. Everything is fine.
Anything else?
I don't think it requires me to actually hit wound or to do something. Okay, I'll do sweeping. Spend 2 stamina for sweeping push. He has to exit my reach or suffer an out.
Alright. What's your reach? 10 feet?
It's only 5 around, so.
Okay, so we just run over to here.
Job's done.
Alright. As you slam your big choppa down twice, once upon the ground where Reginald once was, and once more as he just pushes it to the side with his tiny falchion comparison. A third long sweeping blow swirling around yourself pushes him to the side as he tumbles down in a low, almost like a roly-poly roll to the side. He will stand back to his feet, blade in hand, and will step to flank into you, to stab into your side. The fire magic's still burning around his blade. Since he didn't actually hit the spell that he spell strike is still in the blade, so I don't need to cast anything or anything like that.
Sure.
Alright, so he's just gonna try to swing at you, I think. I might use more innovation. We'll find out. It's a 16 on the die. Yeah, we'll spend more innovation. That's a 20 to hit.
20.
Alright.
Gotcha!
Once more parried. Cling! Alright. And he will push the attack.
Of course.
Do I have a second defensive? I don't think I do on this card.
He will not spend a point of innovation on that one because it's pretty good on the dice. So 23 to hit.
I'll use my second defensive.
Once more parry. It's gonna be a very unfortunate fight, I feel.
I'm playing Bloodborne over here.
Yeah,
no,
as you just
Sekiro over here.
parrying each other, cling, ting, cling, pushing his weapon to the side as he is knocked around. As the two of you are apparently just slapping each other with no real gain on either side.
I like to think that like, every time like our weapons make contact, there's like a shockwave that rustles all the tents nearby.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This fire is like flickering.
There's
every single
fire
time
flying
you
in every direction. People might be worried that their tents are going to catch on fire because you slam onto him, the sparks from your blade hitting in his blade, and his blade's already on fire, so it's just very, very thematic.
Question.
Yes.
How opaque is the fire?
This is just a very small burning ember. It's like not a very big fire.
Oh, so it's like not a wall of fire, it's just like
No,
a
just
circle.
yeah, just a little circle.
No. Just chilling then.
Okay, just chilling. Sticks, you doing anything?
Styx is having a great time. He's seeing all this fire. He's cheering. In fact, I think... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to summon a fire elemental to dance in the ring.
To dance
Like
in
on
the
the
ring?
ring.
On the ring.
Around the edge of the ring. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Yes, I summon a fire elemental, and it starts dancing and cheering. Like a fire elemental cheerleader.
Oh, pretty! All right. Anything for yours, Bimbles?
I'm retrieving my picture of ale. I'm going to sip it.
Excellent. All right. Bob.
Douche.
Once more, the small shield of force will rise up and will be destroyed, shattered by attack, which will cause it to miss.
How many more doughs you got?
I've got quite a number of them.
Guess got to cut them all down first.
All right. Once more, another one of those will be broken. Oh, mighty powerful of you. He seems a little winded from that last one. You're not sure if he has another one of those shields to rise up.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Did he roll... Is he just using a shield spell?
He's using the shield spell, yes.
Did he roll the concentration for the first hit?
That is right. He was hit.
It is a sustained spell.
Yeah. He's sustained.
It's a good spell, but yes.
Let's give him a concentration. You have a plus 11. DC would be half damage, I'm pretty sure, and he took that. So he hit the DC. He almost failed, but he did hit it.
I had to ask.
Yep, yeah, that's fair. I mean, he would have enough time for it to last for the combat. Well, maybe, because you guys keep missing each other effectively. Alright. Well, that one is also a miss, unfortunately, as his shield spell does deflect it.
Next time.
Alright. Anything you're set up, Kay?
Just chilling.
Alright, Reginald. He's going to step, and he's going to slam and jam. Let's see here.
How long can you hold that spell in its blade for?
Until used, basically. Alright, 11 on the dice. It's pretty good. And he knows 22 hits, so he's going to risk it for a 21. Does a 21 hit?
No.
Oh, fair enough. Alright, well, now he's going to push the attack. 25 to hit this time.
Yeah, no.
This fight is crazy.
Once more, you guys are just parrying blow after blow after blow, fires flaying everywhere, as it seems these two warriors are evenly matched in defenses and might. We're gonna go to the next round. Anything to your turn, Sticks?
I'm gonna summon another fire elemental because cheerleaders should come in pairs. Ooh, I failed. It's a DC 12.
Yep,
All
mana
right,
has been
see if
lost.
I can-
Potentially.
if I can save some of it, and then yeah, maybe next round.
Can you get 3 at a time and make the Flamentals spell Bob?
Yeah, probably. I can have up to 3 total. But yeah, I have one.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I saved half of that.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Last time.
Alright. If Bimbles or Spoons wants to do anything, let me know. Otherwise, Bob.
Go, Bob.
Alright. The first one coming in.
You just need to roll a 20. It's that easy.
Whap! Nope.
Unfortunately, he parries it. Cling!
Whap!
Cling! Parried once more.
I've had so many, like, all my attack rolls are, like, really low, and all my, like,
Parries are insane.
parry rolls are really high.
Alright.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, well, he will step forward to the side here as he continues to circle you, trying to figure out where your weakness and your defenses lie, as he will swing again. 15. How many invasions do I have left? No, we're gonna want to save it. That is a 15 to hit.
That's just a normal miss.
Alright, he will push the attack. And you'll miss once more. It's just a round of whipping as each of these two attacks, you seem to have learned his patterns as you just push him effortlessly to the side. Alright, any new changes from you, Sticks?
Nope, trying again.
Unfortunate. Alright, as you figure out your mana situation, Bob, it's your turn. It is on round 5 now if your fast healing is now gone.
It will end this turn, so I'll
Okay.
spend a point of key to just re-up it.
Excellent.
Key button. There we go. I'll 5-foot step this way, and then I'll whap him. Or try to whap him.
Mhm.
Whap!
Ooh! I could be a dick.
You could be a dick.
He will raise his shield, causing that to miss.
It's his AC! Christ!
29 with the shield.
Jeez,
Ah!
you literally need to nat 20 to hit.
Cling! You have to hit him twice before his... because he has 2 shields per round.
And he can only attack twice.
Yeah.
Huh.
Push further and exert yourself.
You could
I think
exert...
even just
Gotta push further
it's that
beyond.
20, that 20 or bust.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see if the second whap happens first, I guess. Whap?
Oh! Oh! Alright, he cannot parry because it's nat 20. And your weapon's fucking ginormous. So that will strike him for 26 damage as he has suffered a very gruesome blow, pushing him to the side as he reels back, skidding along the dirt, but is able to maintain his stance as his blade rises up once more. You have definitely proven your worth, warrior Bob. But let's see how you handle this. As he will step to the south and slam into a kneecap with his falchion. 22 to hit.
Does the damage I have break his concentration on his shield spell?
That's true, let me roll for that.
Because if that falls, then this
Nope.
everything's fucked.
No.
No, nothing keeps.
If that falls, that he is in the land of sadness, but...
I don't know how long his sustain is, though. It could be like a minute, for all I know.
Let's see here. For his spell of this, his sustain is... rounds. You have a good chance.
I parry.
Yep, alright, he'll push the attack. as he swings low for a critical strike coming in your direction.
I parry.
No.
All right, well,
Jesus Christ.
seeing his near deathly blow being parried. All right, then. Well, we'll see it next time. Next time if I roll a threat like that, I will use an innovation.
Understandable.
All right, well, that's all that can go. Next round, 6, anything for you?
One more time. Aha!
Aha!
Right.
Another fire elemental has been conjured to dance around the ring. Bob.
Look, this is like a DBZ. We're DBZ fighting over here.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Dish, dish. I'll fight for over and Wappington. Yes.
Cling!
Wappington again.
That one will actually just miss because of his magic armor spell. As it just slams into his chest and is shattered against this wall of magical force armor.
No.
Even though it's a 24.
22. The confirmation is 24.
Yeah.
You'll see him look down. Oh, a near deathly blow, friend. But let's see you handle this. He'll step to the side. 23.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna fell one of these at some point. Yep.
You shouldn't
Yep.
have said it.
As that is a total of 17, 53, 54, 64 damage of fire. See, blade once more slams into your body, singeing it and leaving forth a red mark where he struck.
64. Ouch.
Alright, that was my first action for this round. Oh, well, it seems I have found the weakness in your defenses, Bob. Let's see if we cannot end this rightly. But you have certainly been an honor to fight.
As of you.
Alright, he is going to strike out again. And as a part of this, he will spell strike as well.
I don't think you can spell strike because you already.
Yeah,
used
no,
it.
you're right. Yeah, no. Well, I haven't already used it, but I did take the attack action instead of a spell strike, so you're right. Either way, you're right. So I'll just push the attack. Could be a dick and fight defensively for this one, but I'm not going to. Because I don't want to make this any further than it needs to be. Parried. Cling! Alright.
I need an entire session of this. It's great.
Sticks.
Alright, let's go for 3. Aha!
Aha! Third elemental forms dancing around the ring of fire. As the torchbearer continues to cheer. Anything for bimbles or spoons?
Nope.
Alright, Bob, it is your
The Shadow
show.
Bob at this point.
Roll my shoulder a bit. As the wound I have falls off.
Can't believe it. He will just fight forever. That's it.
All I have to do is just roll natural 20s. That's all I gotta do.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
That's literally all you
That's
can
not
do
Cling.
at that point.
That is also not a natural 20. I 5-foot step and end my turn.
Alright, he'll continue following as he continues this dance of blade and giant cleaver thing. As he will try to cast offensively his spell. And he will fizzle the spell. You'll just normal slap.
Thankfully for me. Jesus Christ.
Critical does not confirm.
It's parry or nothing. I do not.
Alright, that is 12 fire damage coming your way.
12 fire. Cool.
Right, and you will push the attack. Which will miss. Actually, because you're ruined, that's a hit. For another 11 fire unless you parry it.
Parry.
Parried. As it is pushed to the side, his attacks are now seeming more like licks upon your flesh rather than brutal force that breaks your body. He will grab a third syringe and slam it into his leg as he heals himself. As we continue on. to Styx.
I'm just cheering the fire elementals. There's a capital B, an O, and a lowercase O, and a lowercase b
All right.
floating around the ring.
Excellent. Roll me a conjuration check, Styx.
All right.
I'm making it a capital B-O-B.
All right. The fire elementals continue to dance, but nothing new happens. Bob, it is your turn.
This can't keep going on forever. But this... fights like this is what I've been training for. Whap!
All right, raising the shield. Cling! Deflected from the shield of force.
Yep. Whap! Damn it.
That will just shatter against his force armor. Cling! As it's dispersed from the magical field. Oh. This battle will be legendary, Bob. Will be heard from the songs of all goblin tribes.
Indeed it will, Reginald.
Alright, he will step to the side here as he is going to... You'll see him snap a finger as the blade will reignite with fire. And you'll see the fire begin to grow hotter, almost white hot. You think if this attack hits, it might be pretty bad. He will try to cast it defensively again. He succeeds, casting his spell check. He'll spend extra mana to reroll that. He is sad.
Huzzah.
Alright.
I saw my life flashing before my eyes. Jesus Christ.
That is a miss. He'll push the attack. 24 to hit.
Do not parry. It's all fire damage though, right?
Has 19 fire damage, and he triggers his hotter racial feature. You are now set to burning 1.
Yikes.
So at the start of your turn, you're taking some fire damage.
Bob, I put in Discord what I think is happening here.
Oh, let's take a look. Car.
I probably couldn't, but I ain't gonna fuck around and see if you could. Alright. Top of the round, Styx.
Just more of the same.
Alright, roll me another conjuration.
All right. Nat 20.
Nat 20. Alright, you begin to realize the power of the elementals forming your name, Bob. As you feel inspired, you have an advantage on your next attack.
Yippee!
However, it is now your turn, and you're on fire.
How much fire damage did I take?
Does the fast healing happen first or the
Fire happens first.
Yeah.
Alright, so you would suffer 2d6 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be 6 fire damage.
I heal 12.
You heal for 12.
Oh, the wound's gone again.
Yep.
And you get advantage on this attack.
Yep.
I'm not dropping prone to put myself out.
That's fair.
Can you drop prone on top of this guy and crush him?
Just fucking pile drive him.
Okay.
Well, the weapons aren't
Careful with
working.
the-
Smush.
Careful with riding that line with the fire damage. If you take a wound from burning, you have to roll against burning panic.
Yeah,
It's true.
Alright.
He wasn't close to that though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just.
Well, he probably is
Never
now.
mind.
maybe.
Well, hopefully I just get hit first, and then I don't have to worry about it.
If you
Right.
give him a
That's not
hug,
what
can you
you
set him on fire?
I could grapple him. I've got a really good grapple.
Honestly,
but-
it might be a good idea to just grapple him.
You just pick him up. He knows how to use a
Well,
sword.
How far down is that drop over there? Like, just out of curiosity, like.
Oh, 30-foot
Drops off
cliff.
a fucking
I want to
cliff.
just throw him out
Like,
of the arena.
Eat the raccoon across the arena.
It doesn't mean he loses because he can climb back in, but
It means
gives
that
me
he's
some
in
time.
towers.
Oh no, if he leaves.
If he personally
voluntarily-
leaves, then he's, yeah. But if he is
He
flung
lands
out,
and
then he
he can
gets
pull
back
back
in. Per the King Rockles order.
You know, I'll whap him first. And
Alright.
I'll go from there.
You have advantage.
Whap.
It's the inspiration of the fire elementals feels into your mind. If fortunately Reginald's skill from training at Breakwater University is too much, as he is able to parry the attack. Cling.
Do we want to try to inspiration that?
Wait, does the burning reduce my to hit modifier?
No.
It's still +8.
Nope.
Still plus 8. But my bonus should be plus.
Attack.
Yeah, attack heads.
9.
One.
Not that it matters, I don't think. It's fine.
It's because power attack. Probably.
Your last attack was +8, and this one's +8,
Oh, right, yeah,
so
fine,
you're,
fine.
you're still hitting the same total.
Yeah, I'm a fool. I don't have anything that grants the AOP if I try to do a maneuver though.
Nope.
At the same time, I also just have, you know, I do just have a +7 to trip. I could just trip him.
Hmm?
That might be the play.
Wait, you are considered huge when beneficial, right?
Yeah.
Don't you have reach?
No. Because it
Yeah.
specifically excludes reach as part of the text.
Wait, does it? In this case?
Yes. Bulky does. I don't gain stats or reach or size from...
But your feature is not bulky.
No, but large wouldn't... the thing that makes me large, it says you are large but are medium. But if I become large, I'm still just large.
No, the mountain, right? Your mountain. Oh, the mountain. Hill, right?
Yes.
Have you made any knowledge checks against him?
Just
I probably should.
We
but,
probably could be making knowledge.
You
checks
guys
against
could be,
it.
yes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You know what?
So for
I'll make
Hill?
a martial knowledge check. How about that?
yeah.
Alright.
So Hill Giant specifically says for beneficial effects. It doesn't say excluding reach. So you're just, right now, you're huge.
I
when
think it's
beneficial.
bulky that says that.
Yeah, bulky does say that.
So if you're
Bulky
huge, that means you do have
Excludes
10 reach.
attributes, reach, and space.
So you have a reach of 10 feet, just a natural reach.
No, I've QA'd this. I do not. I am effectively large, tall, which does not give me a reach of 10 feet.
No, you have huge
I am-
because you have
No,
increased
I am-
size.
I am large, tall, and for most of my benefits, and then I'm huge for other benefits that aren't reach.
But then
That
I-
is how
It
that
was
is worked.
answered by
I
Lex.
QA'd
Thus, what Kismet has claimed is true. So,
Well, I don't see it in questions, so that's...
either which way, I don't really see the purpose of the question too much. So, continuing the fight, you have another action, Bob.
Second action, I'll attempt to trip. Why not? Actually, I'll martial check him first. A knowledge martial check him first.
Mm-hmm.
Should be there. We go.
You are able to learn.
Did I get his CMB?
He is CMB. CMD is +6,
+6.
and you're able to learn one
So
other
I-
thing of your choice.
Oh. How many of those injections he got?
I can use that 4 times, so I have one more. Or sorry, that's if I was lower level, but I'm not. I have 5 more uses because I have 8 total.
Oh, I need more. Christ. I'm cool. I don't think I'm that cool.
Rank bonus plus spirit modifier. Hell of a drug.
No,
That's a
is
big
he-
spirit mod.
Is he journeyman?
He is German rank, yes.
Yeah.
In fact, if he was able to parry these things, he'd be much scarier.
Yeah.
But he can't parry,
Yeah.
so
Because of the size difference.
yeah.
Oh, does he have riposte?
He has a lot of things against parry. He has brutal provoke, which means he can attack 2 attacks for 1 parry.
Yeah.
He can also cleave when he parries.
That's yeah. That's part of my. Wait, he's me. He's just me, but better. He's literally just me, but better.
We should have Styx kill this guy.
I'm a ranged combatant and no champion.
Styx would already be on the floor by now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Like round 1.
What do? I provoke, and then I provoke, and then I provoke.
Like, do you think? Wait, Kay, do you think you would have stood a better chance?
No. Absolutely no.
I don't think anybody would have done better than you.
Hold on, but if I don't have the feature, Triangle Maneuver provokes.
Yeah, it's true, yes.
So I don't want to do that.
Because you'll get 2
otherwise
attacks
I'm gonna
against you.
Stoop.
Yeah.
And I can't parry those because they're AOPs.
Yep, which he can parry AOPs.
Right.
Just a
Splendid.
smash.
And also parry range
I wish I
attacks.
took the weapon. I wish I took the weapon proper. I wish I took the talent that is trip and grapple without provoking. God, curse my XP by off. Anyways. I guess I'm just whacking again.
Alright, give me that whap.
Fishing for 20s.
That's not a 20.
That is a sadness roll right there as he parries it to the side. Alright, he will step down to here and he will try to push that through a cast defensively. Failure. Alright. Now he's just going to swing at you proper. Oh, fumble. Does not confirm. Alright, and he will try to push
that
the
would be a
attack.
way to win.
Yeah.
He fumbled his weapon out of his hand.
He misses again.
Okay. Okay.
We pick that up. Mine now.
Oh, hold on. Because he didn't actually hit me, I might actually, depending on how high the fire rolls, I might end up panicking.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think
Well,
in this case you have to.
Styx, what would you like to do?
I'm just doing the same thing, watching this fight and cheering.
Alright. Nope. Bimble's the Grim.
There was something about knowledge checks being made.
Yeah, I would assume it'd be martial or local for this guy, right? I don't have any one of those.
Even if I don't beat him, surely like this is like a really strong showing.
It's pretty strong showing, yeah. There is a time limit for when King Rock will say enough is enough. I'm just waiting for you guys to get to that round.
Our king.
So we've been going
Because you
for...
don't think that he can win.
Yeah.
You just think that we're going to get to that round.
No, if you guys keep being a tie, basically, then King Rock will be like, okay, you've shown your worth, or okay, depending on how low
That's
HP
pretty-
you guys are at versus,
Yeah.
Reginald.
How many more times can it cast that spell? I guess like estimate mana with the.
So-
With a 24, you'll be able to get 2
Can-
information. He has 60 mana. That spell costs him 8 per casting.
6 mana.
Cost 8 total.
And I've actually filled. There we go. So I should be down 32 mana, I believe.
So he's got 4 more castings of that big ass spell left.
Yeah.
Well, 3 more castings. If you only have 60 mana.
Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry, 8, yeah.
What's his tradition? Spontaneous prepared.
He is a school mage, prepared caster, focused on destruction magic.
Yeah. He's really good with the fire, but he can't do it too much. You got him on the ropes.
What you on about? He's clearly a swordsman.
No, he's got a point.
All right.
Sword and fire.
Would you like to do anything, Spoons?
Yeah, I'm going to get my knowledge check in.
All right. You're not sure. He's a strange one. All right, Bob.
Okay. Damage me so I can see if I get wounded or
Oh,
not.
yeah. 3 fire. That might not put you.
It might. I don't.
It did.
It's not.
Oh no. It did.
I got it. Oh no, it did. Shit.
It did.
Ah, God.
All right. I need you to give me a body save.
I'll do my healing.
Or actually, does it just automatically apply it? Yeah, it does. So you must make a mind save. Sorry. DC 15 mind save or become burning panicked.
Made it.
You are not burning panicked. That's good.
I'll spend a key point to keep my fast heal going.
Excellent.
Are we really on round 10 already? Jeez.
Yes.
Yes, yes we are.
It's almost been 2 minutes.
Wow.
Are we surrounded by the rest of the tribe yet?
There's definitely getting a bit closer. For purposes of these guys would be coming up to the edge, along with the other guys over here. And then these guys over here would be kind of on this little island over there. But no one's gone to your particular island effectively yet. He will raise his shield, causing that to miss, I'm afraid.
Man, I wish I had that to hit buff.
If you had like exerted attack or something.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Or wild swings.
Well, cling as he parries it to the side with shield. It shatters.
Just not 20. That's
How many does you
literally all
got? You got loads of those.
It's
Hey,
temporal.
regenerate on a simple time measurement basis.
Oh, so you can keep those going for almost ever.
As long as I concentrate upon them, yes. The magics of Breakwater are mighty indeed, and all goblins should learn from them.
Is Breakwater
Stop.
like Breakwind?
Starting to agree.
Breakwater University is a kind of like Oxford University. It's a very prestigious college, but it's more tied to magical arts and the like.
So it has nothing to do with farting.
No, nothing to do with farting.
Unfortunately, I miss.
That is indeed a miss. You could also not power attack. That might help. Actually, you're only taking the -1 penalty attack, aren't you?
Yeah, either way, it's natural 20 or
Yeah.
natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So I might as well do the natural 20 that gives me more damage.
I mean,
It's
at that
fair.
point you can. At that point, you can just power attack fully instead of.
You can start
only
wild attacking.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, that's
lower
an
his
option.
AC.
Yeah.
But that second one is a
It
miss,
also lowers your
unfortunately.
AC, though.
It does.
Remember, you can like -3 to power attack to get more
Alright,
dice.
nope.
Because you need a 20 anyway.
Here is a concentration. Here is a spell cast. If this hits, it's gonna hurt like a fucking truck.
Well, goodbye.
If this hits, I might use some points. Don't tell me if it hits or not.
Sure thing.
Nat 20.
Alright, that's a miss.
The second one?
He cannot push the attack on the first round he casts
Oh, right,
it.
yes. Yes,
So he will
yes.
just step to here and he will
He's not even injured. I didn't even cut him.
he's
Fuck
injured.
me.
He's down 2 HP after all the
you
healing.
hurt him.
Oh, wow. 2 hit points.
Well, he's gotten a wound twice.
Yeah, you've wounded me a couple times, but I keep healing. Like you keep healing.
Oh, I didn't notice the second. I think I've only wounded him once. Oh, man.
No,
Um,
both times that you hit him, you wounded him.
He doesn't really want to
but-
use his other basic action, so he's just gonna stand here and just kind of like, waiting. All right. Sticks.
Can I identify what he just cast?
Sure. Roll him a spellcraft. He cast the spell, Elemental Surge, which is a keyword that utilizes. Let me just go grab the thing for you.
Is that the 8d8 plus 16 spell he cast earlier?
It's the same spell, yes.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, the one that hit you for 47.
All right.
Yeah, that
it
one.
is a basic energy, damage, invigorate twice, and then energize twice.
That's gonna hurt.
All right. Anything for yours, Bimbles?
Not really. Just tracking mana-wise, he should be down to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go spend my another
times.
8.
Hurt me.
Here we go.
Oh,
All right, Bob, it is your go.
don't hurt him.
Hurt me. Hurt me.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm a fucking banana. I didn't hit the attack button.
Oh, I want to do another knowledge check. I didn't realize it was.
Oh yeah. You can go ahead, Spoons. That is not quite enough, I'm afraid. You missed the DC by 1. All right, Bob. What would you like to do, Bob?
Burn me
It was
first.
like to
Oh yeah, burn. 8 fire damage.
8. That won't put me anywhere close to a wound thing, so I'm safe. Heal 10.
Do you have endurance?
Yes.
Yeah.
So your first wound is at half health.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have put me at half health.
It wouldn't have, so yeah, you're good.
I've only got 98 maximum hit points. I've got way less
49
health
is when they get their first wound.
Yeah. Okay.
This isn't last set of characters when Chunk and Thunk had like 200 HP.
Actually,
This is
I don't know why I did the math for that. It's clearly an easy one to do.
Yeah, 6 minus 8 would be 50, 58, so I'd still
Yeah,
be-
okay, yeah, you're good. Need another 9 to get rid of that. Alright.
Because they brought me to 49 before, when I got
Yeah.
burned for 3.
That's the worst.
Actually, yeah, if it burned me for 2, that's the only way I wouldn't take that save. God damn it. Minimum damage only.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get if I wild attack, I drop his AC by 2.
On your
So
first attack, and then by 3 on your second attack.
A 20. That means I just have to hit 27, which is a 19 on the die roll. What?
it's
I
not
like to
worth
the
it.
die roll for the first attack.
Or if you drop your power attack, you might have a better chance too.
And if I drop my power
Dropping
attack, I
the
lose
attack
the
one.
die. But
Don't you gain con when I made you big too?
oh,
Size category,
Huh.
huge, +2 strength, +2 con.
Yeah.
1 step on the damage track also.
no, because my racial doesn't actually make me doesn't just freely category up me. It makes me medium large, but being large, it doesn't grant me any additional benefits.
Essentially, someone just forgot to put accept attributes on reach into the ability. Got it.
Oh no, for that one, because I'm a monstrous race, it's supposed to just make me medium large. But it does make size increases, like the first step, not as useful. I do get +1 damage step though. That I do get that.
It's pretty good. Alright, well, you have 2 actions, and there's Goblin in front of you.
So
I'll be honest, at this
Um,
point you can just go full power attack because not 20 is the
Yeah,
only way
max
I
out
can
your
do it.
power attack since you only hit on 20.
yeah, I think I might. I think I should just max out.
Just 2 extra dice.
Yeah. Because
Come on,
wild
if I-
attack will just make you easier to hit and, you know,
Yeah, hold on.
that's
Let
not
me,
what you need.
let me duplicate this, edit this. Is the current macro? I think that was the new power attack.
It's -3 for 46.
-3.
And like if you have a weighted weapon, all that.
No, I don't. Whap!
Cling! Dodged and deflected.
What? Nope.
He just tumbles out of the way. I feel like this might be the end for you, Bob. Any last words?
It ain't over till it's over. The indomitable fighting spirit ever rages on.
Respect, Bob. Respect. Alright, he's gonna try to hit you with his spell. His spell strike. Alright, he's gonna push the attack. He's gonna be sad. Alright,
This
Well,
fight is so crazy.
sticks.
It's round 12. It's been 2
Go,
whole
Bob!
minutes.
Go, Bob!
Alright. Anything for Bimbles or Spoons?
I'm gonna knowledge check.
That's
Man,
a
I'm glad
8
this,
fire
this
damage.
size spell lasts 40 minutes. Like, if it lasted 4 minutes, it might actually like.
It might actually go by.
Okay, so
Not enough,
take
I'm
8
afraid.
damage and then heal.
Yep, you take 8 damage, heal for 10 after the damage. Heal for 10, essentially. And... it's your turn, Bob.
20? Nope.
Nope.
You didn't heal.
Parries. Shoop.
Oh, right, yeah. Burn me.
I've already dealt the
He rolls
damage. It's 8, so take heal for 10.
Or 8.
8.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And that will also be missed as he just dodges it out of the way. As Reginald will step down to here, as he will strike out with a mighty swing. We'll see this ended quickly, as he will for once drop his guard and wild attack you.
Oh!
There's a 21 with -2 to your attack and parry.
Nice to use my Yep, okay. So, sub 2 to this. Oof.
Roll confirm your fumble.
You want to use an inspiration? That one?
Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
I'll give you an inspiration, yeah. There you go.
Either, like, at least it'll cancel out the
Fumble.
The fumbling.
Alright. That parries the attack. Cling! So you'll push the attack. And he, seeing as that one was parried, will inspiration this one. Or innovation, I mean.
Okay.
That is a 27 to hit.
-3. I need to.
Oh, that's right. Let me turn those back on.
If-
Ignore this attack. It's just to turn on wild attack.
Yeah, yeah.
You
It's
need
natural
not
20 or
leave.
plus.
Jesus
You have to nat 20 to parry.
I think you need to ignore that one. Alright, I have
I
a
won't do
27. You have to hit a 28 to parry it, so that is a parried attack.
I thought.
Oh,
it was
shit.
3 'cause
No,
wild
the
attack.
natural 20 is me saying ignore it, because then you turn wild attack back on.
No, but like the. Oh, right, no, because, yeah.
I have a 27 to hit you, and you rolled a 28. Oh wait, -3, bring that to 25.
Yeah,
Do you want to Destiny?
You could Destiny.
how much Destiny are we on already? Like,
A lot.
For this day, you have not used any. So you
this
can
day.
use any,
Okay.
but you guys have given me 5 villain inspirations thus far.
5.
It's fine. You can also luck and Destiny.
I'm out of luck. I've only got one
No.
luck.
Yeah.
Then you need like a 3 on Destiny. At
He
least.
only needs a 2 to do it.
Yeah, you have to meet to parry.
Ah,
You
meet
have, you have to
and-
exceed. You have to exceed, not meet.
Oh, so it is 3.
You need a 3 or more to parry on a
A
Destiny, which is a
D6?
D6.
So.
So 66%?
2/3 chance. 2/3 chance.
Would you like to do so?
I think I do value. I think no.
not dying.
Bob's valued the fight more than like actually like than anything. This clash with like Reginald like has shown Bob just how much further he needs to go in his knightly journey.
Hmm.
But he'll summon every muster of his being and that of the beyond to push himself even further. Fuck.
Damn. Alright, that will slam into you for 16 base fire damage, plus the elemental surge of 48. So that is
64 damage.
64 damage coming your way.
I'm
Again.
still standing!
It's the same amount of damage as the first time.
As the blade will
This is
crash
all-
into you.
To go even further beyond!
Alright, top of the round, Sticks. You see Reginald has lowered his defenses somewhat as he stands fighting Bob with a mighty blow crushing into Bob's side, dealing yet another long, red, angry gash through his body. Anything that you'd like to do?
Yeah, get him back, Bob! I'm just cheering.
Okay. Bimbles.
Cheer.
Cheering.
You got it, Bob.
Spoons.
I'll carve a spoon in your honor.
Excellent. Bob, you heal for 18. But first, you suffer 7 points of fire damage. If this puts you to the third wound, sadness will occur.
It will not, because it won't
His
go
third
into
wound
zero.
is a 0.
Yeah, because yeah, you're right. Alright, you're good to heal.
I also have Die Hard, so I will also fight at 0.
I need to get
anyway.
endurance.
I feel if like I kill you and are like, okay, can I play Reginald?
He just becomes a journeyman.
Yep. Wow, another dollar, another day.
He is weaker AC now, but that is a miss, unfortunately. Cling!
That would hit him normally, though, wouldn't it? But that would go on his shield.
My AC right now is 20 after my reduced by 3.
20. What is 22 without?
22 without shield, yes.
Shield would be
So it's
26.
19 base.
My AC with shield or without shield is 23. I was wounded, which is why 22 hit.
Sorry.
So when I have a shield, it's 29, but right now it would be a 26 total with shield.
No, I thought it was 22 base. Anyway,
I just was wounded when you did that.
weaponing the second. Nope.
Cling! Once more,
Man, that
push
damage
the
is really
side.
nice. It's a
That's
shame.
really nice, yeah. Alright, now let's see if you can survive on for 2 more rounds.
Can I just, have a turn?
Yeah.
Kay wants to just slowly walk out here. Just look at the king and just go like point back towards the fight. It's like, is that how usually long it takes?
No! But this is quite entertaining. Yes. You finished with him, Reginald. See this done. So speak of King Grockles. You get a feeling that he is getting very bored, but he's trying to save face. Round 15 is when you need to survive to.
I'll just look back at him, because it is getting a bit boring, I'm going to say, really. It was very fun at
2.5
two
minutes.
first minutes, yeah, and then it's getting, a bit too long. I'm sorry.
That's too damn bad.
Okay. Looks back.
Alright, Reginald. You'll try to cast the spell.
Please do not.
He succeeds in the concentration. He succeeds in casting.
And cast this effect.
Is this the last time you can do it, or the second to last time you can do it?
Last time, I think.
I have 12 mana left. I can cast it one more time.
But,
Oh wait, it costs more mana, so it'll be the third time I successfully casted it. So I'm out of mana. All right. So that was the last time, which means from here, we're going to try to stab you. Seems wild attacking was working, so I'm going to wild attack again. 22 to hit.
Okay.
you have a second destiny?
Do you have a second destiny?
You guys do have a second destiny. It's just you're looking at an 18 right now versus a 23.
You can also just
Real quick.
re-roll.
Yeah.
Didn't he already go in round 13 and it should have rolled around 14, but you backed it up to K for a second?
Bob did an attack, and now it's my turn to attack.
Yeah, because K is in between us, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind.
Exert. I could exert.
You could.
You could.
Wasn't there an exertion that increases your result instead?
There is, yeah. It's a similar DC, I believe.
Because increasing your result is just, you just do that and
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a success.
increase.
Overexertion is push through, which is increase the total bonus to your next d20 roll by 50%.
Which would plus 5 or plus 9.
Yeah.
But,
That would give you changing your plus 9 to a plus
13.
13, yeah. But you need a plus
And that'd
5
be-
total, so that's only plus 4.
Yeah.
yeah.
So the best thing to do would be
Overcome the odds if you want to overexert.
odds.
To reroll, yeah.
Yep. You
'Cause-
need a vitality check, DC 12, to overcome the odds.
Hold on. Assuming the fire does 7 damage to me, like average damage.
Yeah.
He's hitting me for 14 now, and up to however much on his big dabber.
Yep.
So 71 would be my total safe pool. He would have to roll low, relatively low on his dice in order for me to feel safe in the negatives. Because I'd be negative but conscious is the thing. Because Die Hard is a hell of a drug.
Yes.
It is.
I'll make the bit check.
All right.
Success.
Give me.
You make it. You have to roll again, or lose max stamina.
I'll make my I check first, just I click the button first. Nope, I clicked the wrong thing. Never mind.
Right, you do not lose max stamina, but that is your first overexertion for the scene. And you're able to re-roll.
Fuck!
Unfortunate. As you're being slammed for 74 points of fire damage.
That's firmly in the negatives.
Yep.
That's, yeah.
As his blade crunches into your side, piercing through your armor, burning your body.
That puts me down to dying.
As you fall to Reginald's blade. Reginald will then use his other action to slap you on the knee as he lays on hands you, which his syringes are.
Oh.
As you heal for 18.
18. That puts me back up above mortal.
And he will step back here for the 5-foot step. As he will look to King Rockles, will rise forth from his blocks of wood that he was using as a step stool. Enough! Enough! It's seen here that our warrior has remained true to his champion status. But your champion from the Tree Splitters is mighty indeed. He survived for over 2 minutes with our Reginald. And that is worthy of praise. Worthy of much praise. So.
Can I move in and
You may.
play on hands?
Yeah.
Heal
Let's do
16.
one burning. Oh, splendid. So,
Heal
14 for
18
that
more.
round. 16.
Reginald will kind of dash his blade and de-firefy it as he goes back to his position over by his tent.
I'll extinguish myself.
Excellent. So, Tree Splinters, you have proven your might. Though you have not beaten my champion, the fact that you lasted so long is mighty. I am feeling generous.
Generous.
We will not join your tribe just yet, but we'll begin the integration process. Some of my warriors will join or move to your tribe holdings to aid in its defenses against the giant bugs. They will report back on this pretty lady. If all goes well, a meeting shall be formed and we may begin that process from there on. Until then, you may enjoy our holdings and dance along the fire as the festivities may begin for this union, or at least beginning of a union between our two tribes. And you have fought well, Bob.
Thank you, Your Highness.
You shall henceforth be known as Firekeeper Bob.
Oh. Firekeeper.
The honored
Oh.
Firekeeper Bob. It is a mighty title. You have earned it for holding off the fires of Reginald von Misk. All right. Before I call the session, a couple things of note. You guys have effectively united the Ember Smoke tribe, which is its own milestone.
Wow.
Additionally, you have survived the encounter, technically, beyond the limit of him being interested in terms of success, with Reginald von Misk, a very scary enemy. So,
Yeah.
One-on-one, he's pretty scary.
Actually, yeah, if I was at a level where I could attack 3 times, you know, like, consistently, I reckon, like, if I was also journeyman, then things would be different.
For this, you guys have gained in total 25 XP.
Yo.
Nice.
So, if I had your like survivability, I probably would have done better. But because I can attack 4 times around, but that's still not enough.
You can't last that long.
Yeah, I don't have your survivability.
No. But hope you guys had fun. Hope Stream enjoyed it.
sick.
If Stream is interested in playing an Unbound, you can check out Big Chair Gaming on Blue Sky or the Unbound Discord where you can pick up their books and perhaps join a game. Until next time, however, I'll be dropping the stream here.